What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we're discussing DLC Pack 1 for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Now I know what you're thinking, Rhymestyle, why are you talking about DLC Pack 1? That came out years ago. We're on to DLC Pack 2, that's what we're waiting for, that's all we care about. Tell us about that. Well, I'll tell you about that when I actually play it. The reason I'm making this video is because I finally had a chance to actually play through all video to tell you, I haven't decided on if they ordered DLC Pack 1 yet, so that's what this video is for. So I'm going to go ahead and split this video into 3 parts. Part 1 is going to discuss the actual quest portions of it. Part 2 is going to discuss the characters, and then Part 3 is kind of going to discuss all the extra stuff, which includes costumes, moves, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's talk about the quests. So originally, I was looking forward to the DLC packs mainly because of the campaign quests you get along with it, because it extends the game. You get some parallel quests that could be pretty challenging, and I thought that was going to be the golden part of DLC Pack 1, but it was kind of wrong. Well, it is kind of fun to play, more of the story in the game. DLC Pack 1 in terms of the campaign mode just feels kind of rushed. Like as you play through the campaign mode in Xenoverse, they kind of introduce a lot of crazy scenarios. Like when they show you, for example, when they show Gohan get killed by Cell, it's like if you don't save the timeline, this is what's gonna happen. They don't do any of that. They kind of just say, oh my god, time is changing, go help the people, and then that's it. Next thing you know, you're fighting Baby, Super 17, and then that's really all there is to it. There's nothing really set up there for much of a story. It just tries to pull a story out of its asshole and says, hey, wormhole, blah 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 blah, go save the future. And because of that, I can't say that I really enjoyed the campaign portion of DLC Pack 1. The parallel quests, they were kind of cool. Parallel Quest 1 consists of you fighting against Giant Baby. Parallel Quest 2 consists of you fighting a 1v3 against Pan, Goku, and Trunks, which isn't that challenging. And then Parallel Quest 3 involves you fighting Super Saiyan 4, Goku, and Vegeta, and then they fuse it to Gogeta. And if you trigger the special event, then Gogeta shows up as level 99 along with the level 97 Omega Shenron, which is really, really tough. And the challenging factor there makes you want to play that. Which I like the parallel quests, especially the last one. But overall the quests were just, I'd probably give it maybe a 7 out of 10 in terms of quality compared to the previous part of the game. I mean, the campaign mode I'm a huge fan of overall, and for them to kind of like step back and just not really deliver the same experience you got when you played through the campaign mode the first time, it just was kind of disappointing. So overall, I'd say the quests aren't really worth it in DLC Pack 1. Now, the second portion I'm going to be discussing is the characters, and up until this point I kind of always said the characters aren't really the cool part of the DLC packs. It's the quests that entice me the most, but I was wrong. So, Kid Goku GT is actually a lot of fun to play with, and so is Pan as well. With Goku you get 3 variations, one Super Saiyan 1, one Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, excuse me. Excuse me. And then the third one is a Super Saiyan Goku with Dragon Ball Goku movesets with the Power Pole and stuff like that. And they're a lot of fun to play with. Like, Kid Goku is really awesome. I'm not a fan of the voice because I hate that voice, but overall, Kid Goku is a lot of fun to play with, and so is Pan as well. I mean, I was never a big fan of Pan's character, but she's her combos are really smooth to pull off in this game, and then her ultimate is awesome, so Pan's a thumbs up. As far as Trunks, even though he is a separate character, he is clearly a variation of Sword Trunks in the game. He even has a sword in the game, and because of that, I was just like, yeah, I'm probably not going to play as him. So overall, it's 2 out of 3 for the characters, and I'd say overall it's a thumbs up for that. Now, as far as everything else, with everything else, you get 5 costumes, you get 15 new movesets, you get 2 new masters, which include Yamcha and Tien, and you get 3 new accessories, 9 new Z Souls, and then 1 new stage on the toughest planet. Is that worth it? Yes and no. 5 costumes, not worth it. The costumes include Launch's costume, which is a character from Dragon Ball, and also Devilman, which is another character from Dragon Ball, and both of them aren't really that cool. I mean, if you want to add more wings to your character, you might like Devilman, and maybe as a female character, you might want to add Launch's clothes, but overall, it's not the clothes or costumes that I would personally want to choose or, pick as far as extra content. Just like, I don't know why that was the one that they decided to go with. In terms of moves, not a fan of Final Shine attack because it drains a lot of ki, and the way it works, in case you don't know, Final Shine, as long as you're holding your key button down, you're blasting you're blasting your attack, and basically if you have, let's say, 6 bars of ki, it does a little bit over maybe 1 1/3 of damage of what an ultimate would do, and honestly that's not worth it. It's better to save 6 key bars and do 2 ultimate attacks rather than 1 Final Shine attack, which will do just slightly bit more damage. And on top of that, it's not always the best to use an attack like that just because it's easy to dodge. So Final Shine gets a thumbs down. Super Spirit Bomb, on the other hand, gets a thumbs up. However, I'm not really sure how effective it is online just because those big ball attacks like Vanishing Ball and stuff like that are pretty easy to dodge, so I don't know how effective it is. But it definitely looks cool, and Super Spirit Bomb is a pretty cool ultimate attack to also equip, so that one gets a thumbs up. In terms of everything else, not a big fan. Not a big fan of the Power Pole attacks, not a big fan of the Tien and Yamcha movesets, although Yamcha's Spirit Ball is awesome. I'm probably not going to equip it anytime soon. So rest of the moves that you get in this pack 1 aren't exactly too enticing, so a thumbs up for that. In terms of the stage, the Tuffle Planet is awesome. At first, when I figured they were adding, when I found out they were adding the Tuffle Planet, I was kind of neutral about it just because I didn't really care. But after playing on it multiple times, it's a lot of fun to play with. There's a lot of stuff that you can destroy in terms of buildings, and it's pretty open, and it's a cool map. So I give that a thumbs up. In terms of accessories, I don't really use accessories, so it's not really something that makes me want to buy a DLC pack. So I'm like, whatever about that. And in terms of Z Souls, I haven't played with all of them yet, but I do like one of them. I think it's called Might be something. Might be okay. I'm not really sure what it's called, but I remember it. What it did is it gives me ki and stamina. It recovers ki and stamina, excuse me, while I'm fighting, and I'm using it currently right now, and it's a lot of fun to play with. But other than that, overall, I'd say DLC Pack 1 isn't as cool as I thought it would be. I mean, at this point, it's obvious that DLC Pack 2 and DLC Pack 3 are going to be the coolest ones, since Pack 2 offers the Shadow Dragon's Ice and Noah Shenron, as well as Toa Mira, as well as a bunch of new cool moves, and the rest of the GT campaign, which I'm not really too sure about yet now that I didn't like the DLC Pack 1 campaign. So DLC Pack 2 seems a lot cooler in terms of extra content, and DLC Pack 3 right now seems to be a probably an even more cooler one just because they have Fukatsu no F content, Resurrection of Frieza. So we're going to wait on 2 and 3 for now, but as of right now, if you're trying to decide if DLC Pack 1 is worth it, if you haven't gotten the Season Pass, honestly, I say pass, don't get it yet. If you really need it, then get it, it's $10. But if you got the Season Pass, then I guess you have no choice but to get it. But if you're trying to get the packs separately, I'd say skip DLC Pack 1 and save your money for DLC Pack 2 and 3. So that's my opinion. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of get my words and my opinions out there on this pack. So there you have it. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. And if you played DLC Pack 1, let me know your overall thoughts on it. Was it worth it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you hate about it? What did you like about it? Let me know in the comment section below, and we'll take it from there. But other than that, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button and enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I'll see you guys in the comment section below. Peace.